Today, I'm going to be talking about how you can begin to live a life full of success. Let me go ahead and make sure that we are all going live right now before I get into the content. Yes, we are, so here we go. I want to be able to share with you some awesome tips and also give you something which will allow you to experience more emotional freedom in your life. You can build yourself up, you can create yourself a successful life, whether that be in your health, relationships, your finances. In fact, you can do it in every area of your life if you start to apply some certain principles. Now, before I get into those, make sure, if you really want to change, go to www.josephclough.info/claim. You see, if you go there, you'll get access to my free 7-day Kickstart Transformation video course, where every day you will get a brand new Power Talk video, which will allow you to make the changes that you want. If you want deep changes, if you really are ready to step up and make things happen, just go there, www.josephclough.info/claim. So you'll be able to see that in the links below this video. It's going to really help you to make the transformation, okay? I'm all about helping people. My desire, my purpose is to be able to be one of your biggest supporters, to help you move in your life to where you want to be. So if you're ready to really learn how to transform your life, let's go straight into it. So the first thing, you must really realize that you must know yourself. So what do I mean by knowing yourself? I mean, you've got to understand what's important to you, what's of value to you. Because when you begin to understand your own values and know who you really are, you can then begin to set yourself apart from everyone else. Many people just try to either be like other people or they try to live up to other people's expectations. Whose expectations? Maybe your mother's, your father's, your partner's, society's, anyone's expectations, and their expectations may be good intentioned. You have to live to your own core values. So what are your core values? Now, the way I see core values are the things which make you happiest. So consider what makes you the most happiest in life. Or what if you experience something? What would that be that would allow you to experience emotional freedom? Is it confidence? Is it peace? Is it motivation? Is it success in some form? I want you to be really clear on your identity, because many people go, oh, Joseph, I'm not good enough. I'm not worthy. That's not who you are. That is just a belief you're running right now. And you can change from who you are right now to who you're going to be in a few minutes. It just literally takes minutes, seconds to decide something new in your life and to give up that label of not being good enough, not being capable, or being labeled as someone who is anxious, worried, blusher, all those types of things, bad with money, bad with relationships. In any given moment, you have an opportunity to make a power change. And the thing is, which really makes it great, is that you have the power to do that. People can't have power over you if you refuse to allow them to have power over you. You can begin to create yourself. I used to experience total fear in my life for the first 18 years. And then I had this epiphany. I decided that if something was going to change, I was the one who was going to have to instigate that change. So I had to understand who I really was. And I want you to know who you really are. I want you to know your awesomeness. I want you to know that deep down inside of you, you have all the resources that you need to be able to achieve your dreams and your goals. You just have to get the right programming. To a degree, you got to unprogram from other people's expectations, other people's opinions of you. After all, as I always say, other people's opinions of you are none of your business. You have to build up and stick true to your values. So if you want to go for a dream or goal in your life, stand up to that. Do something about it. Take responsibility for who you are. I'm not going to say it's simple or easy. It took me a long time to get me to where I am right now when it comes to business, relationships, health. It takes time, but do you know what's better? When you just go down that route compared to living a lifetime of regret. living in fear, living in anxiety, living in doubt, living in other people's dreams, living in other people's opinions of you. That you didn't come into this world to live by someone else's story of you. You did not come into this world to behave or act based on what other people think you should do. You have to go to what makes you happiest. Now, usually that's going to be one of freedom, of confidence, of love, of success, fulfillment, and of purpose. So consider what makes you the most happiest. If you had like this magic pill where you just wake up tomorrow and you would be exactly how you want to be, write that down. Go right now and write down exactly how you want to be different. What's important to you? Because if it's not important to you, it's not going to be important to be able to create that change. So what do I mean by that? I mean, if you just go, well, Joseph, I kind of want to be free, and I'm not quite sure I'm going to put all my energy. You just don't do that, right? You've got to make sure it's important to you. If you want this bad enough, you will make this happen. You may say, well, Joseph, I've tried everything. You haven't tried everything. Trust me. You haven't seen every therapist, every practitioner. You haven't tried every form of coaching. You haven't tried every process. You haven't understood everything about everything. That is just an illusion we tell ourselves. You've got to understand and, more importantly, realize that you have to be accountable for where you're heading. Now, of course, I'm here to back you up. So if you want that back, if you want that support, go to josephclough.info/claim to get my free Kickstart program. Listen to it every day and you will transform. You can begin to add the new insights which people have been hiding from you. The people who have made it don't always want everyone to be just like that because they want to stay at the top. But I want to break the rules and give you exactly what you need. I've condensed it down into a specific system that always works. So go to josephclough.info/claim to be one of the people who is willing to stand up, who is willing to figure out who they are and what makes them sing. So you have to begin to know who you are in this world, rather just living in the shadows and being like everyone else or living up to what society wants for you, what people want from you. You have to make that critical decision because that leads into instigating transformation and taking responsibility for who you are in this world. That is where transformation happens. But what else do you have to do? Now, of course, you have to take action. I understand you might have fear around taking action, but do you know what? Fear is okay. That feeling of uncertainty, the fear of failure, the fear of success, that's always going to be there to a degree. Now, of course, with the processes I'm going to show you in the Kickstart, you will be able to make huge changes and that'll make it a lot easier. But I also am really keen to let you know that living with that bit of fear to go beyond your comfort zone is okay. There's nothing wrong with experiencing some of that self-doubt. The reason why we have that self-doubt or that fear of failure is because we have our present blocks. So it's natural to have that. Otherwise, you wouldn't have that issue, right? You wouldn't have low self-esteem or low confidence or anxiety. It just wouldn't exist because you just keep on going up and up and up and up and up. But it's okay to experience some fear. Why? Because it's a part of the problem. But when you begin to make that decision and know who you are, like on step one, and then take action on it, you will push through that fear and realize that beyond that, everything will be okay. You can expand your comfort zone. You don't have to make the biggest leaps in the world because do you know what? The people who you see are making the biggest leaps in your world have got to that place of success by continuous small steps along the way. Those perceived big leaps, the overnight successes, are really consistent small steps which build momentum. When you go down that path and realize that it's okay to embrace fear, to embrace life, to embrace challenge, it will be the most rewarding thing that you've ever experienced when you go about it that way. Because it means that you want it bad enough that you're willing to do whatever it takes, even despite fear or despite the worry or despite the self-doubt. You will not know if you're able to achieve that goal if you do nothing. As they say, you've got to buy a ticket to win the lottery. Well, you've got to take that first leap, or that first step, should I say, to be able to go to where you want to be. So embrace that level of uncertainty. In fact, we all need a small bit of uncertainty in life, and just in the exact same way, we need some certainty as well. So be certain in the uncertainty. Be certain that you'll be willing to do whatever it takes despite the uncertainty of what might happen. It's okay, because as I said, it's better than a lifetime of regret. It's far better to just go for your dreams and make that happen and do whatever it takes, and you will allow your life to live something of purpose. You were born with all the qualities. You were born with all the resources. You just have to uncover them, tap into them, and make things happen. So take that massive and inspired action through the consistency despite any uncertainty. Be at peace, there will be fear. Be at peace, there will be some self-doubt. That's part of the process. There's nothing to be fearful around that. You may as well begin to embrace it and welcome it, because you know on the other side of the fear is success. That is where you're going to experience the deepest peace in your life. That's where you're going to experience that purpose, that fulfillment, that moving on, that driving forward. Because when you begin to gain that first success, that's going to lead on to another one, and then another one, and it's going to start to build momentum. You see, if you think you have this big goal here and you go, okay, Joseph, I want to earn $1 million. You see, I work with lots of entrepreneurs who are turning over millions and millions a year. And at first, that was never their outcome. Yes, they saw that in the future, but do you know what the first thing was? To make that $1,000, to then make that $10,000, and then to make that $100,000. You see, despite having the big dreams that you may be having, don't let that overwhelm you. Have the dream, but realize you can have the smaller steps, the smaller goals, because if you begin to just go for that dream, you might just fail straight away because you might feel overwhelmed and self-sabotage yourself. But if you have that big dream of where you want to be, then begin to come up with some small goals and small achievements that will build the success mentality, because you're gaining trust in yourself, you're gaining trust in the process, you're gaining trust in the successes. It will give you more confidence, it will give you more drive knowing you've had some before. Remember, you do not have to be the past, you do not have to keep replicating it, you do not have to keep on going and live in the same old way that you've always done. You have to be different. So set yourself apart from the crowd and really sing the song of your life, your passion, your purpose. When you live with purpose, that is where you will see the transformation. So what have I said so far? You've got to begin to know who you are and refuse to buy into other people's expectations or opinions of you, because that is none of your business. Whatever they think, that's their stuff, right? That's not your stuff. So reclaim yourself and get this knowingness about yourself, so you begin to know who you are. Many people don't know who they are. They begin to just try to be what other people want. I want you to truly know yourself and be connected with yourself to make things happen. So once you begin to get that knowing, when you begin to understand who you are and realize it, you will then be able to take action. Now, if you have any blocks in the way, if you have any behaviors or issues you want to let go of, go ahead and let go of them. And before you say, Joseph, I don't know how to let go of them, I've already given you an opportunity to let go of them. All you have to do is go to josephclough.info/claim. It's in the links on this video or beneath this video, and you can start the process. So go ahead and make that happen. It's all within you. When you go that way, you will see changes. Embrace any of the fears, any of the doubts. That is always part of the process if you're experiencing an issue. So go ahead and just enroll on the 7-day Kickstart program. Every day you will get a new video. It's completely free, and you have an opportunity to just listen to it maybe in the morning. They're all 15 to 20 minutes long. And if you haven't got time for that, then seriously, you don't want the goal enough. You should be willing to sacrifice turning off Facebook, turning off the TV, turning off anything else, and invest in yourself. When you invest in yourself, you're going to get the returns. You're going to get and see the yield of the commitment you've made to yourself. So you go ahead and just watch all those videos every day, and it will give you the momentum and the insight that you need. I'm giving you some brand new stuff there which you will never have heard before because it's inside information, and I want you to have that completely for free. So go to josephclough.info/claim to go ahead and get that now. And I look forward to speaking to you on another video. So go ahead, and if you want to get updates on these free videos, just go ahead and click subscribe in the video, and you'll go ahead and get all the future videos as and when I'm live or whenever they get released. So I look forward to speaking to you very, very soon. Many thanks and goodbye.